Welcome back to my channel. Today we're checking out Xenoverse 2, taking a viewer suggestion and going to be checking out my build for my custom character, my main one here, my female Saiyan. Go over all my presets, my skills, and whatnot. I will go over my attributes here in a second. With the new update, I min-maxed into Ki Blast supers and basic attacks, and then the little bit of leftover I just threw into Ki because I could get nearly a full bar more as a female Saiyan. And then we'll go over my presets here. This is like my default one and like my main like character style, and like the general one I use on like against AI and whatnot when I'm just playing. And it is using Beast now because I'm not actually a huge fan of the transformation for Gohan, but I really like it on the female Saiyan. I like how the hair looks, especially on my build. It looks actually like it matches. And I have Frieza's Revenge Psycho Ball, or Bomb, and then the Reverse Final Flash and the Handy Cannon. And then I have Goku Black's Keyblade called Divine Lasso, and then I have Sirius Bomb. I think that's from Mira. And that does quite a decent chunk of damage with this build. And the Super Soul I'm using also is, I think, Gotenks, and it gives me double XL damage after like a minute of gameplay, and it just lasts forever, so it's very handy. And you can pause on this screen if you need to see my clothing or whatnot. This is just a potential unleash build. It's kind of like my like Saiyan armor kind of build, although I am using technically blasters, but I mean, I feel like that wouldn't be that crazy. And then I'm using mostly the Gamma's moves. I think, yeah, all three of my super attacks are the Gamma moves. And then I have Super Gamma Blast for my one ultimate. And if you fully charge that, it's pretty good damage. And then I have Burning Strike as well. Nothing too insane for a build. Kind of just a more low-key thing. I like using the guns, and I thought it would be fun for a preset. And then I didn't show it off, but I am using like, I will show off like what the Super Soul does, but it also gives you like a blaster gun for your just like circle basic key blasts, which is very handy. But you see, when my guard breaks, I get a fully recharged stamina bar. It's honestly super annoying to fight in like PvP and stuff, but it's really handy on offline if you just get like a cheeky guard break on you. It doesn't end up killing you. And then this is my Super Saiyan build. It's a mix of Khalifa and Broly's clothes. Kind of gives it like a primal look. I like the look of the pants with the Broly outfit more than just like the normal Broly pants, because it gives it a bit more width. And then I have like some fairly basic super attacks, but I'll show off right here that you can link Super Explosive Wave into Flash Strike, and it does a lot of damage. It is super handy. It's basically like getting a free ultimate attack off. And then I have Impulse Slash or Strike or whatever it is. It's a really cool looking move. And then also Dead End Bullet, which on some characters is really annoying to use, but on the female Saiyan it's really good because it does a ton of damage, and just this square triangle combo knockdown will let you just land it after a guard break, so it's very easy to land, and I like the look of it quite a bit. So it's nice to have actual use for it. And then you can see my Super Soul here. When I take damage and the opponent has, I think, over 75% ki or something like that, you get health recharge. So that is super helpful. And then for the Super Soul on this one, I also just have that Gotenks one that gives you more damage. So nothing crazy for that. But this is my Super Saiyan 4 build, and it's probably tied with my like default one as my favorite build and my most used. Just because I'm a big fan of GT and kind of I like the way I built this one up. And then the Crusher Ball can also link into just like getting combos, and then it can also link into the Orange Piccolo ultimate if you're near the ceiling. And I also have Sudden Death Beam from Goku Black Rose, and it's a counter, and if it doesn't go off, you just instant transmission. So it's a very useful move. And then Apocalyptic Burst. Very cool looking super attack. I like having this mixed with the Crusher Ball because they kind of have like a similar like ball attack. So, and I don't know if you've noticed or not, but a lot of my builds are more aesthetic than like just being OP. Although there's quite a bit of cheese on mine because I never use them for PvP. I use actual characters. We also saw there that the Thunder Flash ultimate from Pycon one-hit the person with the way my build is now with after the update, and the raised level cap does insane damage. And then this Super Soul, when you activate God for the first time, it blocks their stamina regeneration for a long time. So if you get them down to low and then transform, you can usually get like a free guard break off. And then this build also has some moves that link together off a Whirlwind Blade. You can also land excellent full course off of the Whirlwind Blade. It's usually what I do after a guard break. But I really like this build, even if it isn't super OP. It's really fun to play, and pretty decent in PvP, although I rarely ever use my custom character, so it's not a big deal. And just super explosive way for evasive, nothing crazy. And then go on to my blue form, which it is evolved, but it's also mixed with like Kaioken super attacks. So the whole build like is kind of going for like evolved Kaioken mix. And then also my Super Soul on this one is Blue Gogeta's, and it makes it so you get stamina recovery just constantly throughout the game. It's very useful. And then Kaioken Assault's honestly a really good move. Then we're gonna go over to this is Beast Gohan's move, which really good move. They nerfed it so badly, and I hope it gets fixed at some point, because you'll see here when you use it as a counter attack, the opponent gets a free hit on you, and someone could like stamina break you after that. It's only really useful as a counter when someone's guard broken, or if they're like low health to finish them off. It can be useful, but it's just a good move to like teleport to the enemy and get a combo off, or to finish off a combo structure with, because you can always just teleport to him with it. So I still like using it, and against AI it's usually fine, but nothing too crazy on this build. It's essentially just evolved with the Kaioken super attacks on it and ultimate attacks. And then this one also has my my Ultra Instinct build also has the Super Soul that heals you when the person gets above a certain amount of ki. So I don't really show it off as well on this one. And a pretty simple evasive, but this is a really fun build. It's using the Supreme Kai of Times moves, and then also, which those moves are really good. And then I have Gogeta's move, Punisher Drive, and then Justice Blade, which is a super good move from Dispo, because it allows you to go into ultimate attacks, which I'm pretty sure I show off here in a second. And then this is also from the Supreme Kai of Time. Not super OP move or anything, I just like the way it looks. And with Dispo's move, you can get it off safely without worrying about getting guard broken. So it just gives you like another option for damage, and it kind of usually scares people a bit. But you can see you can land these moves together really, really well with Dispo's move. But if you want to see any of like my Super Soul clothing or anything like that, just go back and like pause what I was on the select screen before each like showcase of each preset, and you can check out what I had. But I also kind of switch up my QQ bank sometimes, depending like if I change up my build slightly or want some more key or something, or if I'm doing a raid or something and I make like an impromptu build. But I have quite a bit of QQ bangs. And then while I was showing off my profile, I figured I would also go through my other shit. I zoomed through it here real quick, but I do have every skill in the game, including like all the transformations from all the characters and all the dual ultimates. And I've also gotten a ton of the artwork. I also forgot to show it off, but I have all of the like raid keys, and I have all the, like the raid mascots, and I've also bought in like all of like the default color of the mascots because you don't get those in the raid. They do cost a lot, but I just basically have TP medals to spend now just from doing shit, and I have most of the stuff in the game now, so I can kind of willy-nilly spend it, like, because I've done all the gifts and all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty much fully done Xenoverse. I pretty much just have artwork left to collect and like 3 or 4 clothing items in a base game I need to find from like a PQ or something probably, and then I'll have I think 100% completion on most things except for like I still have some Arena Coliseum like matches around the map, but they're like ridiculously difficult compared to like the story mode, so I just gave up doing it. Yeah, you can see I'm at 99%. But I basically got the platinum trophy, and then they've just been slowly chugging along because I just love this game so much and I play it a ton. But yeah, I had a suggestion from a viewer, so I figured I would show off everything and kind of give it a whirl so everyone can see what my account's like. And if anyone wants to see like my other characters or anything like that, I could do another video and showcase that. But that's be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys all later. Peace!